राष्ट्र सर्वप्रथम, राष्ट्र सर्वप्रथम, राष्ट्र सर्वप्रथम, राष्ट्र सर्वप्रथम। राष्ट्र सर्वप्रथम की बात ललित सुमन के साथ कार्यक्रम में नेशनल टीवी चैनल कात्यायनी पर आप सभी राष्ट्रवासियों का स्वागत।
बांग्लादेश की अपनी यात्रा के अंतिम दिन 17 दिसंबर को भारत के राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद ढाका में भारतीय समुदाय और फ्रेंड्स ऑफ इंडिया के स्वागत समारोह में शामिल हुए, जिसकी मेजबानी भारत के उच्चायुक्त विक्रम के दोराईस्वामी ने की। सभा को संबोधित करते हुए राष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि इस बैठक से ठीक पहले उन्हें ढाका में पुनर्निर्मित ऐतिहासिक रमनाकाली मंदिर का उद्घाटन करने का सौभाग्य मिला। उन्होंने कहा कि बांग्लादेश और भारत की सरकारों और लोगों ने उस मंदिर को बहाल करने में मदद की, जिसे पाकिस्तानी सेना ने मुक्ति संग्राम के दौरान ध्वस्त कर दिया था। कब्जे बालों द्वारा बड़ी संख्या में लोग मारे गए थे। उन्होंने कहा कि यह मंदिर भारत और बांग्लादेश के लोगों के बीच आध्यात्मिक और सांस्कृतिक बंधन का प्रतीक है।
সকল के आमार आंतरिक अभिनंदन जानाई। I am delighted to be here in Dhaka today in this historic 50th year of India-Bangladesh friendship. Along with the pleasure and honor of visiting a close neighbor, I am deeply touched by the warmth and affection of the people of Bangladesh. Just before coming to meet you all, this morning I went to the historic Ramanakali temple, where I had the privilege of inaugurating the renovated temple. I look at it as a blessing from Ma Kali. I have been told that the governments and the people of Bangladesh and India helped in restoring the temple, which was demolished by Pakistani forces during the War of Liberation. A large number of people were killed by the occupation forces. This temple is a symbol of the spiritual and cultural bonding among the people of India and Bangladesh. This marked an auspicious finale to my visit to Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic last year, this is my first visit abroad. I consider it most appropriate that this first visit of mine is to your great country, Bangladesh. During this very special year, as we jointly celebrate the 50th anniversary of the liberation of Bangladesh and establishment of our diplomatic ties, I pay tribute to the enormous sacrifices made by the people of Bangladesh to achieve freedom from tyranny. We salute your indomitable courage in fighting against the formidable odds and standing up against injustice. And I also pay homage to the sacrifices of your friends from India and the Indian Armed Forces who laid down their lives in support of a righteous cause. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh has a special place in the hearts of Indians. Ours is a uniquely close relationship based on age-old ties of kinship, shared language and culture. Our ties have been nurtured by the sagacious leadership of the two countries. While paying homage to Bangabandhu at his home in 32 Dhanmondi, I was reminded of the Declaration of Independence that Bangabandhu had issued in Dhaka on 26 March 1971. The atrocities and genocide faced by the people of Bangladesh and the armed struggle of the Mukti Bahini against the brutal Pakistani occupation forces. I pay my respect to the tens of thousands of women whose dignity was violated and the helpless civilians who were tortured and executed for no fault except their desire to live an honorable life. Today, as our country becomes a model of growth and development in the region, it has proven to the world that the fight of the people of Bangladesh was for a just cause. This fight was for fundamental democratic rights and that the emergence of Bangladesh was indeed the power of right defeating the power of might. Ladies and gentlemen, following the liberation war, Bangladesh has undergone major socio-economic transformation, especially under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. India has also witnessed commendable growth. The economic and social linkages that have been forged between the people of our two nations have also contributed to this shared story of growth and development. I am glad that the leadership in both countries is cognizant that our growth trajectories are interlinked and that sharing of resources and experiences is the mantra for sustainable development. The two governments have also ensured that the fundamentals of our economies remain strong and robust. I am glad to note that our two sides have also made strong commitments to make our growth inclusive, sustainable, and environment friendly. I see huge potential in strengthening the cooperation further in the areas of green energy and clean technology.
दिन देखिए 8 बजे रात्रि 9 बजे सुबह राष्ट्र सर्वप्रथम की बात ललित सुमन के साथ कात्यायनी टीवी पर।
22 वर्षों से प्रकाशित मदर इंडिया पत्रिका, पढ़ते रहे देश दुनिया की खबरों के लिए।
26वें वर्ष में आपके लोकप्रिय समाचार पत्र इंडिया दर्पण का प्रवेश। आप देखते रहे अपने क्षेत्र की खबरें। और अधिक खबरों के लिए आप हमारे YouTube चैनल दैनिक इंडिया दर्पण को अभी सब्सक्राइब करें और नोटिफिकेशन के लिए बेल आइकन को प्रेस करना ना भूलें।